My name is Lisa, and I'm a working housewife living with my husband, Wilson. Wilson works in the men's cosmetics industry and is very particular about his appearance. He wakes up earlier than me every morning to start grooming himself. Especially his hairstyle, he meticulously styles it with wax every morning, often spending more time in front of the mirror than at the breakfast table. This morning too, I called out to him that breakfast was ready, but got no response. After 30 minutes, he finally showed up.
Hey, what's this cold meal?
Well, I called you, but you didn't come out.
You should have waited for me. Don't you have any ambition to serve your husband a hot meal?
Don't be unreasonable, I have to go to work too. Oh, I need to leave soon.
So you're saying I should eat alone? Sit down until I finish eating.
Yes, sorry to make you feel lonely, I'm off then. This man, who constantly makes unreasonable demands without considering my situation, is Wilson. We've been married for 2 years, but the initial sweet atmosphere is long gone. Lately, he's been cold to me, and I can't even remember the last time we had a conversation with a smile. On another day.
Hey, this miso soup is instant, isn't it? I can tell.
I'm sorry, I've been too busy with work to make the broth from scratch.
Don't make excuses, satisfying me is your duty as a wife.
Yes, I'll see what I can do. Like this, being constantly nagged about everything, I'm honestly feeling down. Of course, Wilson never does any household chores himself, even though we both work. Nowadays, he even complains about things he used to be thankful for.
Hey, what's with these clothes?
That? A colleague at work gave them to me. I thought they'd suit you, so why don't you try them on once?
You want me to wear someone's hand-me-downs? Don't joke with me. Don't disrespect me like that.
Hey, there's no need to tear it up. In this way, Wilson hardly listened to what I had to say, becoming completely self-centered. Reaching my limit with such behavior, I decided to consult with my understanding mother-in-law. So, I'm having some troubles with Wilson.
I see. I'm really sorry that my son is causing you trouble. Times have changed, Lisa. You don't have to bear all this alone.
Thank you. Even though I think part of it is my fault for not being able to meet Wilson's expectations, it's hard to be perfect at home while I'm also working.
Marriage is about supporting each other. I'll talk to Wilson myself.
Thank you so much, mother-in-law. My mother-in-law apologized for Wilson's behavior and promised to speak to him about it. I thought if his own mother pointed it out, Wilson might change a bit. I was relieved. However, the result was the opposite. Wilson's behavior escalated further after hearing what his mother said. Then, a few months later, while I was preparing breakfast, Wilson came in.
Lisa, how dare you conspire with my mom to make a fool of me?
Wilson? What's wrong all of a sudden?
Every time she sees me now, she starts lecturing, because of you.
My fault? That's not fair.
I've been annoyed with you for a long time. You act all superior just because you're a bit older. You think you're better than me, don't you?
Calm down. I don't think that at all. I'm always grateful to you.
Ugh. Doubt it. That's why you're so careless in how you treat me. You always put yourself first, I'm always an afterthought. Even the way you spend money shows it. You wasteful spender.
Wasteful? I don't think I'm that extravagant.
Don't play dumb. You're always buying clothes and shoes with my money.
We need to buy necessities, right? You buy stuff too. I think you spend more on cosmetics than I do on shopping.
Shut up. I need to look good for work, it's different. You're not at an age to worry about appearances, just do the bare minimum. Or maybe, you're trying to impress someone else.
What are you saying? It's basic manners to dress properly when going out. If I wore shabby clothes, people wouldn't trust me.
Such a bunch of excuses. Instead of shopping, you should be saving and perfecting the housework.
You don't have to speak to me like that. I work too, you know?
Work? That's just pocket money. Talk to me when you earn as much as I do.
Pocket money? What do you think my job is?
Well, I admit I should have been more involved. I'll start doing that.
Really? You'll help with housework?
A man doesn't go back on his word. We're a married couple, after all.
I'm so happy. I misunderstood you. I'll also try to be more creative and work harder.
Good, that helps. Here, take this.
What's this? 6,000 yen?
That's next month's food budget. I'll be managing our finances from now on. Do it properly.
Food budget? Not for household items or weekly, but for the whole month?
Stop complaining. I said it's next month's food budget.
You're joking. It's impossible with just 6,000 yen.
Don't decide that before trying. What happened to your earlier enthusiasm? You've been living luxuriously on my earnings until now. This is your retribution.
It turned out that Wilson's idea of doing things properly meant only managing the money. And asking to keep the monthly food budget at 6,000 yen was just absurd. Fed up with his unreasonable demands, I decided to follow his wishes exactly. A few weeks later.
Hey, how many times have we had bean sprout soup this month? I'm tired of fried tofu too. And there's hardly any meat, just tofu every day.
What are you talking about? There's meat in it, look here.
These aren't even pieces, they're like tiny specks.
At least there's some in it. Today's a special service day since it's the weekend.
I want a real source of protein. Not processed stuff like fish cakes. I want fresh. I'm going to collapse at this rate.
Right, eating raw meat or fish could indeed make you collapse. I don't recommend it.
I'm not asking for jokes. I'm serious here.
So what? I just did what you wanted.
Don't mess with me. This isn't what I wanted. My coworkers saw my bean sprout lunchbox and were weirded out. How can I concentrate on work with that for lunch? This is too outrageous.
Oh dear, you're always so selfish. In that case, let's ask your mother who's being unreasonable.
What? What are you talking about?
Mother-in-law, it's your turn.
Ta-da! Finally called in. What a long wait.
Mom, why are you here?
For the past few weeks, I had your mother monitor you. See, there's a camera in the living room. It's not obvious, but it's there. You never pay attention to household matters, so you didn't notice.
What? You've been doing this behind my back?
The one acting without consideration is you. Watching all this was almost too much.
Since when have you been doing this?
Since you told me to start saving.
So right from the beginning.
You've never even gone shopping at the supermarket, have you? That's why you don't know how much meat and fish cost. It's embarrassing.
As the head of the house, I shouldn't need to know that. It's Lisa's job to save properly.
Then let me ask you, how was living on a budget? Was it a satisfying lifestyle?
It was tough. I don't want to see bean sprouts and pea shoots ever again. It's all because Lisa's way of saving was wrong.
You're still saying that? No matter how much you cut back, you can't live on 6,000 yen a month.
Saving money isn't everything, you know. To protect your health, you need to spend properly where it's necessary.
Still, there must be a better way to do it.
After all the complaints you've made to Lisa, how can you say that? Especially after having affairs and fooling around.
What are you suddenly talking about? I have no idea what you mean. I haven't done anything wrong.
Oh, really? Then you're still going to deny it after this? When shown the incriminating photos, the shameless Wilson reacted.
Why is there a photo of her and me together?
Of course, I had it investigated. I knew for quite a while, you're not good at hiding things. On the days you met her, you even hummed in the bath. It was obvious. But it took some time to gather evidence with the help of my mother-in-law.
Cheating and not even the resolve to keep it hidden. What are you trying to do? No use making excuses now. You cheated with a younger woman and made your wife cry.
I've already talked to your father about this. I know about the allowance he's been giving you since we got married. He said he's cutting you off completely.
You told my dad, too. That's too harsh. You're overreacting.
The only one overreacting is you, lying even to your parents, and all this busy at work excuse. Wasn't it just to beg your father for money for plastic surgery, and after getting your face done, you go off cheating? I'm ashamed to call you my son.
By the way, I don't remember your eyelids being so distinctly double. Is that also surgery?
How do you know about that?
He's always been self-conscious about his looks. Even had a period of not going to school. But when he discovered makeup, he brightened up, got married. I thought he was happy.
People judge by looks. Idiots with worse brains than me get contracts just because of their faces. I couldn't stand it. If I was born with a better look, I'd be more successful.
What a misguided man. Yes, looks matter, but not the shape of your face. It's about cleanliness, demeanor, and most importantly, charm. Lisa, look at this. This is Wilson from the past.
Stop! Don't look! Such an ugly face.
Oh? He may not be handsome, but there's a pleasant, simple charm about him.
Right? He had acne and got teased, but he had friends. A charming ugly guy is more loved than a handsome man without morals.
It's like an invisible blade struck him and he's staggering.
You don't have friends now, do you? Just because you were treated badly in the past doesn't mean you do the same to others.
You were awful to me. You wanted to play the head of the household, but I can't stay with you sacrificing myself. I'm divorcing you, Wilson. I'll also demand alimony for your infidelity, and once it's settled, I want no further contact.
Ha, ha, ha. Fine, let's divorce. I still have you, Kako. She deeply loves me. She'll be thrilled to be with me.
He's straightened up again. I was impressed by Wilson's resilience, but the formidable mother-in-law didn't ease up on her attack.
Now that you're feeling better, I hate to break it to you, but that girl might not be as thrilled as you think.
What do you mean?
Because that you Kako girl has other men in her life.
What? No way, she told me she loved me the most in the world. With her big eyes and, attractive body, she spoke so kindly to me.
Your answer is just full of desire.
Look, we even got proof of her with other men.
Who are these guys? This can't be true.
Wow, these men are quite handsome.
And young, while here we have a middle-aged man starting to bald. It'll be interesting to see what happens between these two connected by looks.
Why do you have to say it in such a worrying way?
These men have impressive titles too.
Oh really, a CEO, a doctor, a professor, they seem to have high incomes. I wonder why she's with a regular company employee like Wilson.
Probably because he does whatever she wants. Someone who'd jump into fire, water, or marital strife for her. That's appealing for fulfilling her need for validation.
Interesting, I'm learning a lot here.
Enough, both of you, she has nothing to do with this.
What are you talking about? She's very much involved. I plan to claim alimony from her too.
What? Are you a demon?
If she truly loves you, she'll stay with you. A good opportunity to test her love. Personally, I think two people who've had plastic surgery are a good match.
Eh? What did you say? She's had plastic surgery?
It came out during the investigation. She's had not just her face, but her whole body done.
The attractive look that drew you in. It's all artificial. Here, this is her before photo.
There goes the invisible blade again. He's down on one knee.
No! Everyone has their reasons. The fact that she loves me doesn't change.
He's trembling in the knees, trying desperately to stand.
I'm not against plastic surgery per se. What bothers me is the mentality of using enhanced looks for deceitful deeds. You've been just another victim swayed by it.
Now he's down on both knees. Just as Wilson's spirit was finally breaking, a certain someone appeared.
If she gets asked for alimony, she might not want to be with me anymore.
You finally accept reality.
You wicked wife. Do you enjoy seeing me suffer? What kind of woman are you?
Say whatever you want. I've suffered too.
Just so you know, I'm also cutting ties with you for good. Your father said the same thing.
Well, hopefully you can still be with her.
Why is everyone abandoning me?
Ahem, is everything settled here?
Oh, right, sorry to keep you waiting, Noah.
Ah, you forgot about me, didn't you?
Who are you? We're in the middle of something important.
Yes, I know, I've been listening. Nice to meet you, Wilson. I'm Noah, a lawyer. Per Lisa's request, please conduct all future communication through me.
That's right, now I don't have to deal with you anymore. I can finally live freely, can't I?
What the? Hey! If Yukako doesn't marry me, what should I do?
I don't know, you're an adult, maybe live alone?
Yukako probably has plenty of options, so she won't be interested in a man without money. Everyone in the family knows now, so don't expect any help. A lonely life is almost certain.
These people are no ordinary ones gathering all this evidence. Wilson, everything is ready. I'll contact the other party soon. Be prepared, okay?
No! Lisa, I was wrong. I've seen the light, let's start over. I'll be a more understanding man who accepts all your flaws.
After all this, reconciliation is impossible, and you still show no remorse. I'm shocked.
It's hard to straighten a bent branch, easy to bend and break it, though. My son is gone now. I'll be close with my daughter Lisa from now on.
Mother-in-law, you consider me. I'm so happy.
Hey, don't leave me out.
Sorry, I can't hear you.
Who is that? Hurry up and leave. This is no place for strangers.
He's finally collapsed and isn't moving.
Noah, call a taxi, please. We'll take him to his father's.
Yes, right away.
Thus, a bewildered Wilson, under the guidance of his father-in-law, completed the divorce papers, and my divorce from him was finalized. As mother-in-law predicted, Wilson, broke from paying alimony, was no longer of interest to Yukako. Stricken with shock, he lost his appetite, rapidly lost weight, and his hair and skin deteriorated. Losing the crucial business element of a clean appearance, Wilson's sales dropped, and now he's just a sidelined employee. Everyone at work knows about his affair and subsequent divorce, leaving him feeling isolated and struggling in his job. With a reduced salary, he struggled to make alimony payments, worsening his financial woes. Additionally, the dispute over Yukako's alimony ended with Wilson bearing half the cost. Crushed by mounting debt and increasing loneliness, he lived a lonely and miserable life. Meanwhile, on my side.
Oh my. This cardigan's color really suits you, Lisa. Try it on. I knew it. It looks great. We're buying this one. Excuse me?
Mother-in-law. You've been buying things for me all day.
It's fine. An old lady like me has nowhere else to spend her money. Let me buy it. I've always dreamed of shopping with a daughter.
Mother-in-law, if that's the case, let me give you a gift as well. It should go both ways. I want to maintain a good relationship with you.
Lisa dear, I understand. I'm not good at picking things for myself. Will you coordinate something for me?
Leave it to me. Mother-in-law's cheerful laughter fills the store. To anyone watching, mother-in-law and I must look like a real mother and daughter. Mother-in-law never had a daughter, and I lost my mother at a young age. For us, our current relationship is a gift from God. Holding on to the wish that we'll always be close, I hold mother-in-law's hand. If you enjoyed this video, we'd be thrilled if you subscribed to our channel. Subscribing means you'll receive notifications for new videos, keeping you in the loop with all our latest content. Your support is vital to our growth. Let's enjoy and grow together.